But the thing is, you like running. You do.
I enjoy torturing myself. Yes.
Right.
Yeah.
So I think that's part of it. It's easy to be disciplined in things that you like to do and
Sure.
be passionate about
Sure.
it. And that's not always the right thing. It's maybe when you first started running, you're like, oh man, what am I even doing? But then now that you're doing it more and more often, you're like, oh wow, this is something that I can attach myself to. I'm improving my lifestyle, improving my fitness, and it's giving me something to do. Like I was just joking about, wow, you have a lot of time, but you put the time aside to do that. You know, you wake up early to do these things. And I think that if you don't have that drive, dedication is the end result, in my opinion. You need to have that passion to change something. You decided to do this step, get healthier as you age. And you're aging like fine wine, you know, and that's, you know, so that's the thing. It's you have to do something that you like to do. And then once you figure out, okay, this is the path I want to take, then at that point is when I feel like dedication kicks in, because it's so easy to get steered off the path with short-term vision.
Yeah.
Like that brisket story. Like, damn, that brisket was so good.
Yeah.
I want to have it tomorrow. But then you sort of start to veer off your path because the next thing you know, you're having a brisket a day and counteracting.
Well, that's a problem.
Well, yeah, if you have it for maybe more than 7 straight days.
No, it's a good point in the sense that the more time you spend, and this is just coming from my personal experience, the more time you spend on the right track and the more time you spend in that window of being disciplined and doing the right thing day after day after day. And this is one of the reasons I wanted to tell that story, was because it was very easy for me then to wake up the next day and say,
put in the work.
I had my fun. I had my fall off the rails day. Right back at it.
I can't believe eating brisket is falling off the rails. That's hilarious.
Well, I mean, to a certain extent, everyone has different levels of
Vices.
whatever. But for me, it was just I had spent 6 months this year, basically in a straight line, doing everything day after day after day after day. That was incredibly disciplined and incredibly scheduled and incredibly on point. That I got to that point where we were away for the weekend, enjoying life and having a good time. And I said, I need a day. And I think it's important for people to understand their boundaries when it comes to that, and then be able to pull it back in after.
I mean, I think I have similar stories to that as well, but I think the idea behind what you're saying is to be able to pull yourself back in. Right. And I think that's the number one thing. And when we talk about trading and we talk about trying to accumulate something and do something properly, it is about that. It's about, okay, we're all going to slip up. I mean, there's all humans. You're going to have that sort of need to do something different, to potentially test the waters that you've maybe not tested before. And for you, that was to have that sandwich and really indulge and enjoy it, right? But then to have the ability to get back on that. But I think it's because you also enjoy, and that's why I asked you, you enjoy that run, that challenge, that trail, the fresh air, whatever you're doing. You look forward to doing that, right? There's so many of us that are caught in a 9-to-5 job. We don't enjoy going to work. So then we have to find what's that other thing that we can like sort of attach to and strive for, and then be disciplined to get to that end result. Whether or not it's building up a 401k plan, whether or not it's getting physically fit, whether or not it's changing your diet due to whatever reason. Maybe you just had your little yearly checkup and you have to change the cholesterol, something. But as long as you have that drive and that sort of end goal, I think we can accomplish anything. My daughter right now is on a track to do 10,000 shots hockey in the backyard over, I think it's a month, until the end of the summer. So I think it's August 31st or something like that. So she needs to get whatever it is, 1,000 shots a week until that point to get to that level. So every single night she's out there, irregardless. We came home from a tournament where she played 3 games. My wife is like, hey, you got to go out there and do your shots. Right? And she's like, oh, I'm too tired. But at the end of the day, she wants to do it. She wants to be that next thing. So she's going out there and doing that. 9 years old, but she likes to do it.
Exactly.